What's up, friends? Today we're going to talk about the top 5 bands to come out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas will often make the news because of the announcement of some new residency: Bruno Mars, Steve Aoki, Gwen Stefani, Celine Dion, Elton John, the list goes on. But Vegas also has a really robust rock and hard rock community, and it's produced some of the biggest bands in the world. Today, we're going to talk about 5 of the biggest ones that have come out of Las Vegas. Number 5, Escape the Fate.
Situation.
Escape the Fate entered the scene with a lot of really interesting energy. They drew almost more from 80s rock than they did from emo rock. This reflects the value of the gigging economy here in Las Vegas. There are a lot of great bands who hone their skills by playing in bars and in casinos downtown. They learn what makes a song a hit, and they learn what appeals to their fans. And Escape the Fate definitely did that. Their song Situations was so big here. As a kid, I didn't realize that I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry was a bigger song worldwide than Situations, because they were played about the same amount. Number 4, Five Finger Death Punch. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people walk around with Five Finger Death Punch shirts on. They're such a massive band here. They're such a great hard rock band, and they've created really what a Vegas group wants to aspire to in terms of the hard rock community. The Churko family has done a great job producing, and they've created a great following for themselves. I've never been as into that band, but I do recognize how much they've influenced the local music community here and how much that local community draws from their sound. Number 3, Panic at the Disco.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of?
Panic at the Disco got signed out of high school through a connection with Fall Out Boy. Although they didn't go through the rigors playing at all of the local venues here in town, they still reflect the glitzy Vegas sound. Brennan Urie frequently cites Frank Sinatra as one of his biggest influences, and the Rat Pack definitely represents Vegas. So anyone who's trying to emulate them to that extent really shows that Vegas root coming through. I think on a song like Death of a Bachelor, they especially draw from those Vegas roots. And they still got a lot of community support here. Vegas, before they had professional sports teams, didn't have a lot to be like really proud of as a community. And so these really great bands that came out of here received a lot of support. And Panic at the Disco was no exception. Although I think the next 2 bands on the list definitely received a lot more of the community love. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow. Number 2, Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons is currently one of the biggest bands in the world. Billboard named them the top band of the last decade, and it's well deserved. They've created a bunch of massive, massive hits. A phenomenal band to see live, and they honed their live performances by playing gigs at local bars. They realized they needed to be loud, they needed to be in people's faces, and they needed to grab attention. And they've certainly done that, grabbing the attention of basically everyone in the world. I remember when I was in Chile as a missionary for my church, I went into a Chilean's home down there, and they were listening to Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, and I was so baffled. It's like, how is this like local Vegas band so huge? I didn't see the blow up. I didn't see how they became this really massive group. Technically, Imagine Dragons didn't start here in Vegas. They started in Provo, but they had most of their growth as a band and most of their transformation into becoming what they are now here in Las Vegas. I think they would agree that this is their home. This is where they're from. The biggest band to come out of Las Vegas, Nevada is definitely The Killers. They define the Vegas sound in a way that no other band has managed to do, pairing the glitzy appeal of the Strip with the beautiful yet haunting, spacious elements of the magnificent desert landscapes. They're another band that I didn't realize weren't the biggest thing in the entire universe. Because here in Vegas, everyone listened to The Killers. Everyone loved The Killers, and they thought they were just the best. I remember in college meeting someone who hadn't heard of The Killers, and I was just drawn back. I was just like, how have you not heard this? And they were white too. I mean, Mr. Brightside is the white person anthem, right? Like that's the joke. Yeah, I can't understate the impact they've had on this community. So many people look at them as the hallmark of what it means to be from Las Vegas. If you're looking to figure out who the next big band is in Las Vegas, I recommend going to local shows. There's one at The Usual Place in downtown Las Vegas featuring Jock Jock. It's at 8:00 p.m. Yes, The Usual Place is an actual venue. I'm not just naming a usual place that you should probably know about. It's going to be a great show, and I recommend if any of you are in Las Vegas and 21 or over that you come check us out. It should be a great, fun night, a good experience of checking out the new sounds of Las Vegas. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to check out some Vegas music, hit this video that's above my finger right now. And that's it. Catch you on the flip.